All right, let's talk about LastPass, our favorite password manager that has had a rough few months. Let's put it that way. But they released some cool information yesterday. They were very transparent about what happened between incident number 1 in August and incident number 2 someplace between August 12th and October 26th. So the first one was a corporate laptop got hit. They got some information stolen. But what happened next was the most interesting part. Between that August 12th and October 26th, one of the 4 senior DevOps engineers that they have who has access to their AWS keys and their decryption keys that were protecting the backups that were stolen had his home computer hacked. So these threat actors were very patient. They knew who they were going after, and they were able to use a vulnerability in what looks like Plex media server that was posted on the internet or hosted on the internet, and they were able to gain access to his computer, and they were able to install a keystroke logger. Well, the problem is that DevOps engineer used his home computer to access LastPass corporate vault, which in turn led to him giving those credentials basically over to the threat actor, and they used the information from the first attack to then go in and get the access keys and the decryption keys and access AWS and steal a lot of the information. They did make a mistake, and AWS guard duty actually alerted for that some of that activity, some of that behavior to LastPass, and that's how they were able to figure out what was going on. They hired Mandiant to go through the incident response and help them create the report. So what we see is a little delayed. It has to be leaked out from the company, not really leaked, but it has to be released from the company in a certain way because legally they got to go through some loopholes. But they were super transparent about this. Now, a lot of people are going to criticize LastPass. A lot of people are going to say, hey, you should get rid of LastPass. LastPass is trash, blah, blah, blah. It's for clicks, it's for likes. It's not for the actual product. What we want to look at and take from this is this could happen to any company. What happened to them can happen to any company. So they got targeted because, quite frankly, they have very critical information and they need to improve their security posture, which they are doing. They even went as far as to talk about where their security roadmap was in each incident, and now they've actually published a full security roadmap on the improvements that they're making to make sure that their product and our data stays more secure if you're using LastPass. I don't personally use LastPass right now, but I have in the past. We need to demand this level of transparency from every company that we do business with, whether personally or professionally. This transparency is important. They are showing us how they are improving. And that's something that we should copy and paste in our business to show our customer base how we're taking their information seriously. And you probably won't hear that from a lot of people, but this is actually a really good approach. Now, you can talk about their product. You can say, hey, I don't like the way their product works. That's one thing. That's fine. That's fair. But the way that they're handling this from a perspective of transparency and sharing information with us is really refreshing. And we definitely need to demand this going forward. Now, I'm sure you'll have plenty of comments about this. Bring it. We can have that conversation. But it's important to understand that improving and learning is something that we all need to do and something that's going to make us all better at the end of the day.